If anyone tells you they're like, here's the way to spot a psychopath, they're full of it. But you can start spotting a psychopath by looking at a person's face and seeing if they mirror your expressions. If I'm saying something sad, like my aunt just got put in the hospital or something like that, and you see somebody's face kind of fall a little bit, you're seeing a mirrored emotion in other people's face. Sometimes psychopaths don't know how to react. So you'll either see a lack of affect where their face has no reaction to it, or you're going to see an inappropriate response. So they'll smile on accident because they're trying to fake an expression. And if I want to tell you, let me put you in the mind of a psychopath really quick. And this is a story from Dr. Hare. So I want you to imagine you live in a big city and you go down and you say, I'm going to go get some fried chicken. And I walk down and it's 2 blocks away. And you're walking to the fried chicken place and you're walking by a car accident. And a mom is bleeding out of her head. She's holding her infant that's dying in her arms. It would make anybody cry. It's horrifying. Just me even talking about the simulated situation has been making me emotional. But you walk by the situation and you stare at it for about a minute or 2 minutes and you look at the people around and in your head you're going, fried chicken. That's it. You go pick up your fried chicken, you go home and you stare at your face in the mirror going like this, trying to mimic all the facial expressions that you just saw from the crowd that was observing this accident.
That is so freaky.
Yeah. Over time, our facial expressions etch onto the face, usually by the time we're like 16, 17. So it's not like old people wrinkles.
Yeah.
So like if someone's seeking social approval their whole life, this is how we seek approval from other people.
That's why I have the lines on my forehead.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a social person. You see a psychopath, blank forehead.
Beautiful. Wrinkle-free.
Yes. It looks like Botox in a psychopath. I could see somebody 30 yards away and see if they're even 30 years old, 20 years old, those lines on the forehead, and know that that person will be very easy to start a conversation with because all I've got to do is go, oh, hey, how are you? And the eyebrow flash is repeated by humans 90% of the time without the other person knowing. Just walking by a total stranger saying, oh, hey, good morning. Their eyebrows will instinctively go up, especially if they're a social person. Then if we see anything in the center here, this glabella is a person with anger or depression, because that's the facial expression of anger, squeezes those 2 muscles together.
Can we talk about the conversation we witnessed yesterday?
Well, let's not say any names.
Okay. There's a friend of yours, and he called up a girl that he's been seeing.
Yeah.
And you told him, hey, do this, and then let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And he basically tried to figure out if this girl has been with someone the previous day because she went out with some friends.
Or if she was being deceptive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
or she was concealing something.
Yeah. He asked her, did anything happen last night over FaceTime? And right away, there was an increase in blink rate. There was pupil dilation, and there was sclera exposure. The white of the eye got exposed above up here.
Meaning the eyes widened.
The eyes widened like this. Next, the lips drew horizontally backwards, and this is a fear response. You can see it in all of these facial expressions you can see in a 3-month-old baby. So the next movement is this little muscle jumps out in front of the carotid artery to protect your arteries. It's the sternocleidomastoid muscle. And we saw all of that. So we saw increased blink rate, pupil dilation, scleral exposure with the eyes widening, mouth going back towards the face, and the sternocleidomastoid muscles, and vocal hesitation. She paused more than every other question that he asked her. And we saw a lack of pronouns. And a sudden lack of pronouns is a very good indicator. And I mean sudden. If the person never uses pronouns, then it's worthless.
Mm-hmm. So what did she say? Do you remember? So just we
the
can
first couple of questions, she says, I did this, and then we went to do this, and then we went to a restaurant, and then I did this, and both of us did this. And then he said, what happened last night? Or what happened after that? And she goes, well, went home, watched a movie, went to bed.
Instead of we went, I went.
There's no we, there's no I. All the pronouns disappear. And that's a very reliable deception indicator. And all those indicators that I just talked about, that giant mountain, happened in less than 4 seconds. So the way to read human behavior is change first. Can you detect changes? Next is clusters. So I'm spotting a change, right? Is it just one change or is it a cluster? So now we get into clusters, then we get into context. Like she crossed her arms and never uncrossed her arms. Well, is it 50 degrees in the room? So that's context, right? So there's context that changes it. And screw all the other books about body language. Can you get good at spotting changes in how a person acts?